Hello, underachievers. You're bad at climbing. This t-shirt was not as tight when I first got it. So I asked you guys if you wanted a video on why I don't pack, and most of you say yes, so I'm doing that. I should put a trigger warning here. I'm going to be talking about dysphoria, going to be talking about putting stuff in your pants. So, what is packing? Well, packing is pretty much where you put something in your pants, and the aim is to create a bulge so it looks like there's something in there. This is usually done by people where there is not something there. Trans guys and non-binary people who are assigned female at birth. There are a bunch of reasons why people do it. Some people pack because it helps them pass. A lot of people pack to relieve their dysphoria. I know a lot of people have to pack, like they can't leave the house without doing it because their bottom dysphoria is that bad. And some people do it because it makes them feel confident. I realize this has just been in my face. Yeah, some people do it because it makes them feel more confident, and not gonna lie, I understand that. If I had a dick, I would feel pretty confident too. I think about this all the time, but if I had a dick, I would literally, I would start an OnlyFans. Like, I know I would have a good one. So, have I ever packed? Yes, I actually have packed. I used to pack pretty regularly a few years ago, I'd say 2018, 2 years ago. A lot of people start off packing with socks. I'm sure there's a bunch of tutorials as to how to make a packer out of socks on the internet. I'm not doing that. I'm not showing you how to do that. But a lot of people start off with socks. I didn't. I bought a Mr. Limpy on Amazon. If you don't know what a Mr. Limpy is, it's a popular packer. It's very cheap. It looks like a dick. Put it in your pants. So I started off with a small Mr. Limpy. Turns out it isn't actually that small. It's 5.5 inches, which is the size of, you know, some fully happy willies. So obviously that didn't work out too well. I'm 5'5", looked way too big, so I got an extra small Mr. Limpy. The balls on that were too big for some reason. The balls on the extra small were bigger than the balls on the small. So I was stuck with these two dicks. I just had them in my room. I didn't know what to do with them. I couldn't use them because they'd look silly if I wore them. I had to hide them in the back of a drawer, and I was still living with my dad at this point. It was awkward. So eventually I got a Real Magic packer, which is good quality packer. I got one of the faulty ones. It had like a few air bubbles in it, so it cost less. Got one of them, and that was great. I enjoyed using that for a bit. I liked it. It was good. I also tried, I tried this more than a few times. I tried packing by taping the packer to my naked body with KT tape, and it looked cool, but it hurt a lot. I'm sure you can imagine. So, what situations would I pack? The situations, I'd say, the most common ones, I would pack when I was home alone. There was no one home, and I was like, yeah, I got a dick. I'll just walk around the house with a dick. The other situations where I felt comfortable packing is when I went to see my friends, because they're all great and supportive. They're great and supportive, and I was like, yeah, I can wear a dick. Actually, like, my friends used to poke it. They'd be like, oh yeah, I'm touching your dick, Noah. And I'd be like, yeah, you are. Packing made me feel confident, made me feel attractive. I'm not really sure how, but I just, you know, dicks, I find them attractive. So the fact that I had one, I was like, I'm good looking now. Because I had like a piece of silicone in my pants. I don't actually think it's silicone. So, what made me stop packing? I packed for a while regularly. It was fine. I felt confident, felt a bit awkward, but you know, I felt fine. So why did I stop? There are a few reasons why I stopped. A lot of people don't pack because it's physically awkward, as in like, it can sometimes fall out your pants, which can make for a lot of embarrassing moments. Thankfully, that never happened to me. It can also be really uncomfortable staying in place, as in, like, the way I would do it was I would put it in the front I would put it in the front pouch of my Primark boxers and then safety pin the edges closed, so it would be in its own little, dick pocket. That felt weird. It didn't work very well. So yeah, the first reason I stopped packing is because it felt awkward and uncomfortable physically. After a while, it would droop and it would make my pants stretch and it made my pants have holes in them. And also a big thing was, like, when I ran, it would bounce so obviously. Like, I felt like it was just so obvious that there was something in there that didn't belong to my body. Like, you know, sorry if this, I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I'm gonna be talking about having boobs right now, but you know when you have boobs and you run and you can feel them go up and down and up and down, it was kind of like that, except like times 100, because it wasn't actually attached to my body. So the second reason I stopped packing was kind of, maybe this might confuse some people, packing actually made me more dysphoric than not packing. I do actually have bottom dysphoria. I don't want to have bottom surgery for a lot of reasons. I made a video about that, you should check that out. I've got bottom dysphoria, but yeah, packing just made me more uncomfortable. Like, putting a packer in my pants reminded me of what I don't have, which gave me dysphoria. Going to the toilet and having to rearrange it all when I pull my pants back up made me uncomfortable because it reminded me of what I didn't have. Feeling it move or slip and having to rearrange it because it had managed to, like, slip upside down made me dysphoric, because I was like, this isn't what dicks do. And, like, I could just feel it on my body and it didn't feel like part of my body. I was like, ah, yes, that foreign object inside of your underwear. Nice. Nice. The third reason, and probably for me, the main reason I stopped packing is because it made me feel embarrassed. I only really started packing when I was out as trans, but the fact that I knew that, like, the bulge was visible, and, like, people could look at it and be like, that's not real. That made me uncomfortable. That was embarrassing to me. Like, just the thought of people I know going like, hey, like, isn't it weird that Noah put something in his pants to make it look like he has a dick when he doesn't actually have a dick? I just, like, that embarrasses me. And usually I don't let stuff like that, you know, like, stop me doing something, but, like, it's something I'm dysphoric about, something I'm uncomfortable about, I didn't feel too good about that. I was also still living with my brother and my dad at this point, so the thought of them seeing it, either when I'm wearing it or just in my room somewhere, made me want to die. Just, like, they wouldn't ever confront me about it, like, they just wouldn't, but, like, the thought of them knowing that it's a thing that I did that, and them not saying anything to me, just, no, it's not the one. Just the idea that, you know, I was out as trans on the internet, if I packed and it was obvious, someone would be like, ooh, nice packer, and, like, right, so I don't want to, I don't want to put anyone down, but, like, there's this thing where, like, trans guys will, like, buy packers that are too big, and, like, put themselves in positions where they're like, packer's really obvious, and like, cool, it makes you feel confident, and like, good for you if it makes you feel good. But the thought of doing that just makes me feel weird, because it's like, kind of like showing off something that doesn't exist, and like, I don't know, I just know, like, the thought of somebody being like, ooh, that's hot, about a fake dick in my pants, just, that makes me uncomfortable. And dysphoric, just, it's not a mood. The fourth reason I don't pack, I'd say, is because I just don't feel the need to anymore. I mean, like, I'm fine without doing it. Not putting something in my pants doesn't add any dysphoria, it just kind of, you know, there's always going to be dysphoria there, unless one day I magically wake up with a fully functioning dick. But yeah, I pass. I can't remember the last time I've been misgendered. And believe it or not, I don't think about dysphoria every day of my life. It's not something that gets on my nerves all the time. I can do without it. I don't need it. For some people it's a crutch, and I understand why, but I just don't feel like I need it. I guess there's some days where I'm like, I'll do it, but then, like, I don't know, it's not something that I need. So, how does it feel not packing, but also passing as a guy? I guess it feels fine. That's all I know. It does kind of make me self-conscious where I'm wearing, like, tight shorts or tight jeans. Which I usually end up doing, not on purpose. I just have I've got a big ass and my legs are just thick for some reason, so, like, wearing tight stuff, like, and there's no bulge, I'm like, that makes me feel uncomfortable, but then I realize, like, nobody actually notices. And obviously, I don't have a dick, I got dysphoria about that. It's like, I have, like, phantom dick. It's like phantom limb. It's like, I feel it there, even though it's not there. It's like after I got my tits chopped off, for a few weeks after, I knew I didn't have tits, but I could still feel where they used to be. It was weird. I could still kind of feel the weight of them. I was like, oh yeah, oh wait, no tits. So will I ever try packing again? I'm not gonna 100% say definitely no, because I don't think that is true. I think probably I will pack at some point. Believe me, I know there are a lot of different packers. I know all the resources I need to know. I know if I wanted to get one specifically, I could get one. That's not an issue. I just don't particularly feel the need to right now. I probably will try more stuff out just because why not, but I don't feel like I need it, which is good. And yes, that's it. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Also, if you have any funny packer related stories, please let me know. They're always fun. But yeah, have a good day or don't. See you later, losers. Goodbye. Punch.